and welcome to Cleveland News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. First, the headlines. Disqualifying El-Rufai will haunt you in 2027, former Youth and Sport Minister Dalong tells Tinubu. Two-faced crate seen at Edo Assembly amid alleged affairs with female lawmaker. Teacher allegedly stabs 8-year-old schoolgirl to death in South Korea. I am Imifonokun with this and more. Despite the former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai's statement on Monday saying his support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's election in 2023 was never for personal gains, the former Minister of Youth and Sport, Solomon Dalong, has insisted that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's greatest mistake is to have allowed the National Assembly to disqualify the former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai. Dalong, in an exclusive interview with newsmen in Abuja, described El-Rufai as a fire wrestler and political strategist. El-Rufai, who seems to have fallen out with Tinubu's camp, has been critical of the present administration and the APC recently. This has resulted in constant exchange of words between the former Kaduna governor and some aides of the president on X. Recall that one X-user tweeting as Real Yusuf Tukur had on Sunday claimed that Tinubu and his allies had desperately sought El-Rufai's support before the election and sank his prices, but later accused him of not backing the president. Replying to the tweet via his X handle, El-Rufai said that he had no personal expectations from his political actions, adding that the developing event was simply a reflection of human nature. In his reaction, the former Minister of Youth and Sport, Solomon Dalong, said the greatest mistake of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to have allowed the National Assembly to disqualify El-Rufai.
The greatest mistake Tinubu made was to have allowed the National Assembly to disqualify El-Rufai. And El-Rufai is not a politician that is loved by many, but El-Rufai is a very defiant, resolute, and determined politician that if he is going to fight you, even if he has defeated you and you are crying, he will also be crying and fighting you. So, for Tinubu to have thought he will mess El-Rufai, he has messed himself up. Anybody who has not told him this, if this advice was given to Trump, he would have paid for consultancy. But I know for them, they will take it as an affront. Therefore, if El-Rufai is involved in galvanizing, Amechi is involved in it, Malami is involved, Nigerians are not going to look at their antecedents. No. Nigerians are looking as, look, the devil is leading war for me against another devil. If he will conquer that one for me to have peace, so be it. So, these people that are going out, Nigerians are happy that they are fighting Tinubu. I am assuring you, if the devil appear today and is joining that group, Nigerians are going to clap for them.
Speaking about the forthcoming 2027 general elections, Dalong said that the campaign director against Tinubu is Tinubu himself, with his unpopular and inhuman policies. Dalong added that if the president refused to address the issue of hunger, it would take the grace of God for him to rig the election, let alone win.
I was so embarrassed during his presidential media chat that he said he has no regret of introducing these policies, meaning that he has no regret even if he's going to administer snipers on Nigerians to die. If there are no Nigerians, will there be Nigeria before you talk of a president? So my struggle is that President Tinubu should make the living condition more comfortable for the common people. I'm not asking him to construct road. I don't want Tinubu to do anything. Let him just do this one and remain there to 2027. We are going to teach him what will happen. I am a revolutionary politician and I am in the struggle. I'm not doing politics now. I am in the struggle for good governance. That's what I'm doing now. And it is the struggle that creates politics. But I'm aware that those who are interested in replacing Tinubu are holding nocturnal meetings all over. That is not the problem of this country. Their meetings cannot bring down the high cost of living for Nigerians. So, what we should be interested in now is how to bring down the cost of living. When we have Nigerians living comfortably in 2027, they will think of who to elect. But I know that the gang up against Tinubu is getting thicker. And the campaign director against Tinubu is Tinubu himself. Tinubu is the one leading the campaign against himself by his unpopular and inhuman policies. If he will not address this issue of hunger, I am telling you, Angel Gabriel cannot defend him. It will take Tinubu the grace of God to rig election in 2027. Not winning, because winning belongs to another different generic of semantics. Even to declare himself winner, whether or by whatever means, is going to be impossible in 2027.
Even though El-Rufai claimed what he did during 2023 elections was for God, the good of the country and party, expecting nothing in return, he pointed out that what is unfolding is merely another life experience and part of human nature, adding that he has moved on, but said their conscience won't let them sleep well. Meanwhile, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Abdullahi Kanduje, has assured the people of Anambra State that they will experience good governance if they elect an APC governor in the November 2025 governorship election. Speaking during the commissioning of the party's new state secretariat in Awka, the state capital, Kanduje stated that the APC is now politically solid and ready to provide the necessary logistics to ensure victory in the Anambra poll.
In a build-up to the November off-cycle governorship election in Anambra State, the All Progressives Congress, APC, says it has put strategies in place to take over the seat of power in the much-anticipated governorship elections. The national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Ganduje, while speaking at the commissioning of the party's new state secretariat in Awka, assured residents of good and quality governance if they elect an APC governor in the November 2025 governorship election.
It is the characteristics in Anambra State, but we have started seeing change because all the aspirants that spoke, they are unanimous in favor of internal democracy. In fact, their speeches are speeches that indicate reconciliation. They are even thinking of trying to negotiate only one person, but that is not the only thing. If we go for election, they have said that those who win, one person will win and all the rest will be behind him. We have taken this undertaking from them, and from what I have seen, I think they are serious because they are decent. What I have seen today is wonderful. They assured us there will be no litigation. There will be no going to the court and get stop order. So I think business is not as usual. We will see a change of politics, a change of commitment, and a change of praise for us to win this state.
Ganduje also reassured Nigerians of President Bola Tinubu's commitment to addressing the country's challenges with determination and a clear sense of purpose. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.
Nigeria's Inspector General Police Kayode Gbetekun has warned police officers in the country against rights violations and other misconduct. The IGP said he has received various complaints regarding rights violations through the force complaint channels and warned that any conduct violating human rights will be won't be tolerated and will be met with severe consequences. According to a statement by Force spokesman Muyiwa Adejobi in a virtual meeting with police managers, the IGP also warned all tactical squads against the misuse of power and improper dressing, emphasizing the importance of operating in approved uniforms, adding that no operative should be seen carrying assault arms while dressed in civilian attire. The IGP further emphasized on the indiscriminate transfer of cases without the written approval of the IGP, stressing that such conduct is highly prohibited and will no longer be tolerated, as such exposes the parties to unnecessary burdens and delayed justice in their cases. The police in Imo State have arrested a 40-year-old woman, Onyinyechi Emeka, from Isiala Nkwa South Local Government Area of Abia State for stealing a 5-year-old boy. In a press statement issued by the Police Public Relations Officer of the State Command, DSP Henry Okoye, the woman was apprehended by officers of Okikwe Divisional Headquarters during a stop-and-search operation. The PPRO said investigation revealed that the child was stolen from his mother's shop. Okoye also hinted that the suspect initially claimed that the boy was her sister's son, but that the inconsistency in her statement raised suspicion. The statement further adds that upon investigation, it was revealed that the suspect had collected the sum of 30,000 naira from a syndicate that remains at large to deliver the child to a buyer in Iboyin State. Explaining further, Okoye disclosed that the case had been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department for further investigation to apprehend other syndicate members. He also added that the suspect will face prosecution upon conclusion of investigations. Meanwhile, CB Aboki Danjuma has urged parents and guardians to remain vigilant and ensure the safety of their children. It's been over 3 years since armed kidnappers abducted 121 students from Bethel Baptist High School in the northwestern town of Damishi in Kaduna State. 3 years later, survivors and their families recount their bitter experience of the incident as they share tales of resilience at a special church convention and fundraising event held at the weekend in Kaduna. Let's now join Clevy's correspondent for details.
The early morning hours of July 5th, 2021 has left an unforgettable feeling of horror for families of students of the Bethel Baptist High School, Damishi in Kaduna State, after armed men stormed the school at about 1:45 a.m., abducting students to unknown destinations, leaving their families in anguish as the future of their children remained uncertain. The students, numbering about 121, endured hunger, fear, and brutality in the hands of their captors for several weeks. Thankfully, however, after several months of talks and rescue efforts by security agencies, the students were released in batches. Recounting their experiences at a special church convention in Kaduna, the story for many of the survivors is one of survival, faith, and gratitude. Emotions ran high as members of the Baptist family reflected on the experience and thanked God for their safe return.
We really suffered in that journey because we crossed many rivers. There was a river that we crossed 3 times, and the river almost took some of us away, but by the help of God we were able to cross the river.
Anytime, if we're not resting, we cannot go and urinate. So we urinated on our body. That was how we continued working with the tests. We were drinking water from potholes.
In response to the traumatic event, the school was relocated to a safer environment, ensuring such an ordeal never happens again.
Our celebration is that all those 121 that were abducted, all of them have returned. None of them was lost. We didn't have to stand in this service to say a minute silence because of any of the children.
The Kaduna State government has also pledged to create a more secure learning atmosphere for children, recognizing the urgent need to protect schools from further attacks.
The situation of the school is not encouraging, so we have decided to work towards moving the school to a safer side and build a befitting structure that our children will continue to acquire education.
When this idea of rebuilding the school in a more secure environment came, we jumped at it and said this is the best way to go.
While the scars of the past remain, the Bethel Baptist High School community stands united and determined to move forward. The attack, which is the fourth mass school kidnapping in Kaduna State, has been described by many pundits as the worst kidnapping of Christians in Nigeria till date. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.
The appearance of famous Nigerian singer Two-Face at the Edo State Assembly has sparked reactions amid his ongoing divorce saga from wife Annie. Two-Face's unexpected presence at the Edo Assembly on Monday generated controversy on social media, fueling his alleged romance with a female lawmaker. The singer's visit quickly turned chaotic, with lawmakers and aides caught off guard by sudden arrival, causing a disruption in proceeding as well as attention shifted to him. While many users linked the visit to his rumored romance with a female legislator, some questioned whether it was politically motivated. However, the reasons for his appearance remain unclear. Meanwhile, the Edo State House of Assembly has yet to address the controversy. If you are just joining us, you are watching the news on Clearview News Desk. We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.
No one, after lighting a lamp, puts it under a bushel. This is therefore a call to individuals, organizations, embassies, political office holders, and more to inform the world about their activities and achievements through documentaries. Here at Clearview, we parade the masters in the business of producing world-class documentaries. Show your stuff to the world by first contacting us through telephone number 0704-244-1177 or email us at clearviewnewsroom@gmail.com. Watch Clearview News at 7 p.m. daily, Monday to Friday on MITV, channel 255, DSTV, and on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Clearview News Desk. We clear the view, one time and for all time.
Welcome back. The police in the central city of Dijon has confirmed the fatal stabbing to death of an 8-year-old girl by a teacher at an elementary school in South Korea. It was gathered that the female teacher, who is in her 40s, confessed to stabbing the student in the central city of Dijon. According to reports, the girl was found with stab wounds on the second floor of a school building on Monday and was pronounced dead at the hospital. According to the Dijon Education Office report, further details into the incident showed that the teacher had requested a 6-month leave of absence, citing depression on 9 December, but she returned to school about 20 days after a doctor assessed her as being fit to work. Meanwhile, South Korea's acting president Cho Sang-mo has this Tuesday ordered an investigation into the case and urged authorities to implement necessary measures to ensure such incidents never happen again. And that's the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. Nigeria's former Minister of Youth and Sport, Solomon Dalon, has insisted that the greatest mistake of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to have allowed the National Assembly disqualify Nasser El-Rufai. The appearance of famous Nigerian singer Two-Face at the Edo State Assembly has sparked reactions amid his ongoing divorce saga from wife Annie. We also told you that the police in the central city of Dijon has confirmed their fatal stabbing to death of an 8-year-old girl by a teacher at an elementary school in South Korea. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Imefonukun.